I like to think of myself as your DIY guinea pig. I am always trying new things. When you try new things, sometimes they do not work out well. I am going to take my 3 top projects. I'm going to share with you crucial mistakes to avoid. I'm going to help you get it right the first time. So I am going to paint the cushions with Monet's Garden. You want to use this paint right here. It's the clay-based paint. I don't want you to waste your time, your money, or your efforts. It's really hard to read the instructions sometimes. I want you to stop, slow down, listen to these tips so that you don't waste your money and you'll be really happy with your project.
You fall and you break, you got battles to take on, but you figure it out, yeah.
Okay, we are at the Cardiff thrift store, my favorite thrift store.
I've been wanting to make this video for a while, and it's not a scary video like the last one. A lot of you were really concerned for us that we were going to get arrested.
I know.
Last weekend I was at the store and customers come in, like one person wanted to do a lampshade, and the lampshades are amazing, but I always feel like, oh, you better do it this way. There are crucial mistakes that will waste your time and your money. So we're going to show you some of my favorite flips and what not to do so that you have success and you don't waste money.
Okay, so here we go. Let's go see what we can find. Debbie already is in there. I had to stop next door and get a empanada.
This thrift store has never been my favorite. Ellie loves it. When we went this time, we found a bunch of things, which has never happened to me before. The 2 floral paintings that you see coming up, I don't even know if I can sell those. We did find some really good deals and a cute table that you're going to see me paint later.
When you fall and you break, you got changes to make now. See the light at the end of the tunnel. It's right there, now just look up and follow. Take one step at a time, babe, I'm with you all the way. So baby, get up, 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 up. No, don't you stay down, 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 down. Now lift yourself up, 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 up. Baby, baby, get up, baby, get up. The brighter you're shining, the darker skies get. So used to be hiding behind your fears, but from my perspective.
Okay, we got everything loaded up in the car. Debbie's just grabbing, well, I guess not everything then, 'cause she's grabbing one more thing. This vase and then a table. Hey, last items. Here's my bump check, you guys. Getting it in?
My little girl.
I was not expecting to buy so much.
Okay, we are out of the thrift store and at the shop now.
I was shocked. I don't usually like going to that thrift store. I feel like it's a dud. It's depressing. I find maybe one thing. It was the mother lode. We found so many beautiful things. The paintings are gorgeous.
Yes, those are going to be sold on our website as is. Yeah. That was a huge score.
They're the prettiest flower paintings I've ever found. Excited.
Okay, tell us, what is going on in here?
This is our new clothing section. And then we're going to take all of my stenciled artwork and display it on the wall along with the stencils that go with it over here. So we have a dedicated stencil section. We have these shirts. We're almost already sold out of this one. And then we ordered more of these because you guys ordered.
I know, those sold out so
fast. Sold out of these, so I got to reorder.
So all of these t-shirts and new clothing is on our website.
Fancy sweatpants, loungy pants. Look how cute they are.
Oh, those are really cute.
See, I love flouncy pants. Look at flouncy pants.
We have small through large, and it's cool because there's elastic in the waistband in the back.
So cute for fall. No, I want them to be over here because we're gonna put the stencils hanging up right there.
Stay tuned for next week. We have a surprise coming.
This little table was $15, and when I saw the casters on the bottom, I snatched it up right away. I have a new folk art stencil I thought it would be perfect for. I knew I wanted to make it colorful. I'm going to show you how I pick out my colors and how I make them look elegant but colorful and good without it looking like it belongs in a baby nursery. Give your piece a base coat. I'm letting the base coat sit for 24 hours. And when I apply my stencil marks, I just used all one color to make it easy so that I can hand paint over the top. Okay, I have all the white down. These are the colors that I'm going to use, and I picked them based on my inspo photo that Ellie is going to insert. So I'm going to use Old Flame, Love Language, Flirtatious Kissing Booth, extra Electra and Hey Sailor plus a little bit of white, and I'm gonna hand paint over the top.
Okay, so I just came out here and Rose is working on this project out in the garden.
Hello.
I love it. What transfer are you using? What's the name?
Saint Germain.
Saint Germain.
Sounds like a French name to me.
I know, they always come up with those names.
Yeah.
How good it looks. And then she's using Fancy Farm Girl on the frame, and we will come back when she's finished.
What do you need, like a tiny screwdriver?
Yeah, the tiniest ones. I'm getting them, but gosh, it takes forever.
I am using tiny artist brushes and I am just hand painting over the top. The most important tip I can give you is to have a reference photo for color combinations. I have hundreds of them on my Pinterest board, which I will link down below. This is half the battle. This will guarantee that your colors will play well together. I go into a lot of detail in my subscription box tutorials, so if you want more information, I will also link the information to that down below. For the centers of the flowers, I'm using Little Black Dress and I'm doing what I call the sloppy star pattern. I'm also adding navy blue around the edges, and I am adding some navy blue leaves freehand all around the border. If you look back at my reference photo, you'll see that the black and the navy blue kind of ground the really bright colors. It really ties it all together. I think without the navy blue, it would not have the same look.
It's 2 a.m. and I can't fall asleep, 'cause I'm not tired. I'm thinking about the days we used to shine when we were young. I told you that we should start a band and reach for the sky.
If you finish with that, if you want to paint the inside and outside of this.
Debbie's having Rose paint this from the thrift store, and what do you think you're gonna do to it?
I'm gonna pick a color, either coral, green, or maybe both.
Cute.
And probably do a stencil.
Yeah.
You guys are loving the
Maybe
stencils.
gold or something. Maybe a little bit of everything. Yeah. Kind of in that mood.
So we'll show the end results, and then it will be for sale on our website.
Yes, Rosie's box.
So this is a progress
It looks so good. I
the
love it.
shelf, and then we gotta put all of the canvases on it.
Yeah.
It's gonna look wonderful. Levi, bye. Bye. We just wrapped up at the shop, and we brought some of the smalls from the thrift store inside. Rose is gonna flip that box, and I'm dropping Debbie off at her house right now because her car is getting fixed up forward, and she's gonna work on the table and the other items. So those will be the flips for this week.
Welcome to my patio. I wanted you to see, I got this set at Home Goods, and you can see that it is faded a lot. Ellie's baby shower is going to be here in 2 weeks, and I want people to lounge in my cute little patio area, but I don't like how this looks, and I don't want to buy a whole new set, and you can't just buy the cushions. So I am gonna paint the cushions with Monet's Garden. I should not need more than this. I probably will only need half of it. So I'm gonna give you tips. If you need to refresh your upholstery and you don't wanna buy a whole new thing, this is how you do it. First, most important thing, you want to use this paint right here. It's the clay-based paint because it doesn't have any plastic in it, so it's going to sink in. It's going to work like a dye, but you want to use water. You want to get the paint really wet. So you actually want like a 50-50 mix of paint, because I do not want my fabric to get crunchy or stiff. I want to keep this soft texture of the fabric, so I'm pouring some into this bowl of water. I'm gonna mix it up and I'm gonna start painting it on. You always want to go darker. It's pretty much impossible, like if I wanted to paint this white or pale pink or light blue, so I want to go with a color that's equivalent or darker. Okay, these cushions do unzip, so I could take them off, but I'm gonna get more even coverage with the fabric stretched out like this. So after I'm done painting, I will unzip them, let them dry, and probably heat set them in the dryer. But this is basically the process, very watered down. I'm even gonna have my spray bottle here, so I'm gonna spray and move the paint. I don't want any of it to sit on the surface. I want it to sink into the fibers and become one with the fabric like a dye. If it sits on top, it's going to change the texture, and I want it soft. Other really good thing, see how watery it is the darker the color, the less paint you need, the less likely it's going to be stiff or scratchy or not soft. So our paint is 4 to 5 times more pigmented than other paints, so you don't need very much paint to cover if you're using a dark color. Yeah, so I want to use as little paint as possible. I should not need more than that quart. The more paint you use, results are not going to be as good. So use as little paint as possible. Pick a color that's similar to what you're already painting. 9 ingredients. That's why this paint is ideal for fabric. I use less than half of the quart to paint that whole set. That is why the fabric isn't stiff or crunchy. It is 5:42 and I am walking to the gym because my car is in the shop. So it's supposed to take me 20 minutes. We'll see. Okay, it is 6:59 and I am here. So that took exactly 19 minutes. Pretty good. I'm back. It took 21 minutes to walk home and 20 minutes to get there. These are my shoes that I bought off a Facebook ad. They're super cute and they held up in the gym, but on the walk home, this toe right here is screaming. So I don't know why, like actually walking outside, they hurt. Yeah, we'll see how long these last. Look who's here. I am pup sitting for Grandpa right now because Grandpa's at the gym. Levi, all right, I sure hope you're comfortable. You look pretty comfortable. Are you comfortable? What do you hear?
I can hear the raindrops falling. It's cold outside, and I kinda feel like calling, but it's too late now. I just miss you. I just miss you.
I burnished my table with a paper bag before I applied the wax. You can use a crumpled up paper bag like fine grit sandpaper, and then I applied the wax. I showed you that some of the paint even came off on the paper bag. That is totally normal because DIY paint is just 9 ingredients. It doesn't have any fillers or plastic, so it's easy to reactivate the paint. So this is right after the wax is applied. It looks very uneven and splotchy, and at this point we call it the wax freakout factor because people think that the wax ruined it. You got to let it dry overnight and then it's beautiful and you buff it. Okay, we just got back from Home Goods, and as you can see, I got 2 of these and I want to hang them in my kitchen. They were $16.99 each. I found some inspiration lampshades on Anthropologie that were $80 each. So I need to paint each one black and paint gold on the inside and then put flowers on the outside and see if I can get the Anthropologie look. That was a flashback to a very popular flip that I did earlier this year. When I first did it, I had no idea what I was doing. Since then, I have done other lampshade projects and I have learned what not to do. So first put on the Salvation solution, let it dry for 24 hours. Then 3 coats of paint, 3 coats of paint, because if you don't, when you turn on the light, it's gonna look blotchy. Then put on another coat of Salvation solution. You need another coat of Salvation solution, not Big Top or any other top coat, because of that rough texture, the transfer will not rub on. So you put on the Salvation solution again and you let it dry for another 24 hours. Then you can rub on the transfer. And then you want to paint the inside of the lampshade with a couple of coats of another color. I use Golden Ticket. This is all to ensure that when you turn on your light, it's not splotchy looking. Rewind and listen to me again if you need to, or write it down or something, or watch the original video. But you need to know these things if you're going to do it. Otherwise, you're going to be really frustrated. We sell all the beautiful transfers, the paint, and the Golden Ticket on our website. This project will take time, but it is totally worth the effort. I am working on the new stencil display for the store, and we just put in our vintage mannequin. These are samples of the different things you can do with my stencils, and we're gonna hang the stencils in that blank spot right there. So you can grab a canvas, you can grab a stencil, and we have lots of examples of the different things you can paint. Hopeful Petals is one that I use a lot. I used it to paint my fridge. And this is a chair that I did with Flutter and Feather and the bird nest stencil. So we take old spindles and chair legs, and my dad makes these cool things that hang on the wall, and then the stencils will hang from these right next to the artwork. And Rose made this beautiful mirror with transfers and Fancy Farm Girl in her favorite colors. And she painted the Thrifted box. I think she's gonna continue to work on this on Saturday. So we're still working on getting our sign bar and our stencil bar up, but it is coming along. These are some of the signs that will be available to make at our sign bar. Okay, I'm gonna reshoot this because the lights are off now. I'm on my way out. I think it looks a lot better now. And then we put our sampler kits right below it and some empty canvases. I think it looks so good. And I love our lady and our t-shirt line. My patio set is looking so good now, and it is ready for the baby shower. I did not seal it. This is a question that I get asked a lot. You could try spraying it with Scotch Guard. If someone sits down in a wet bathing suit on my cushions, they will probably get paint on their backside. You could apply a sealer. You're just running the risk of the fabric getting crunchy, and the fabric feels just like the original color. So that is what I chose to do. You could also heat set it with an iron or put it in the dryer. I have a whole playlist of videos on painting upholstery. I will link that down below, along with all the products we used in this video. If you want to find DIY paint in your area, or if you would like to sell it in your store, click the link below.
She was a good companion, eyes like the Grand Canyon. She was an American beauty. She was a long goodbye. She was the best I lived by. She was an American beauty. With her wafers on in the summer sun, her touch felt like a loaded gun. Wish I had held her longer. Wish I had held her longer. Gorgeous vagabond. She was sweet, but she was strong. She was an American beauty. She was deja vu. She was a catch-22.